100 years old, and with their branches leaning at a great height, formed an arch of foliage through which, here and there, shone a ray of sunlight. Their smooth trunks with white bark gave the effect of enormous columns sustaining the weight of an immense building, full of shade and silence. On lofty summits rose cod while smoothing their feathers. Occasionally, a red-headed great woodpecker surprised at its
Hello, chat. How are we doing? There we go. Chat is working now. How are we doing? How are we doing? Doing good. I'm glad to hear that. New and Legendary came out. We already went through all of the previous ones, but now we have New Legendary. Seiza by Vico. Apparently it's an entry for the Space Gauntlet contest. I haven't seen much of it. Haven't heard much about it. So I'm kind of just, going into this a little bit blind. Wondering what the heck happened. Also, apparently this is an entry for the Space Gauntlet contest. Which, makes sense if you, read the thing. So, sadly, I don't think this will place, even though it's, one of my favorite levels that has come out this year. But, hopefully it still gets some love. But yeah, New Legendary. New Legendary. Very odd how RobTop has been rating some of these levels. But, Alright, I have everything set up. Let's get right into it, shall we? The entry Vibrant uploaded. Which one is that? Kiss of Fortune? We've already played Kiss of Fortune, actually. We played it on the stream before. I've already given my thoughts on it. Oh, right, it's not legendary. I already gave my thoughts on it. We played the whole thing, yeah. It was really fun. I think it's a very decent level. Hopefully it gets rated soon. Would expect the legendary, but don't get your hopes up too much. It could also just get the epic. Haven't seen the legendary yet, so it's a blind reaction for you as well. Oh, nice. Okay, so let's get right into it. It uses Terminus by Mega Echo, which is a wonderful song. I love it. So let's get right into it. Let me see. Okay. There is a lot of information on screen. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. There's text here and here. Okay, objective, explore planets and collect information. Okay, you're gonna be yapping, so I don't care to read all of your yapping right now. I'll just want to play the level. Oh, okay. Okay. That felt very random, but sure. Okay. I'm a bit confused. But I'll wait a second before speaking. I'll just focus on the level so far. Oh. So how's this a space level? This just looks like Earth. Like, this just looks like very extreme weathers in Earth. Like, there was whales and trees that look like trees. I guess there's spaceships now. Like, this just doesn't really feel alien to me. This just feels very... I don't know, okay, now it's space, I see it now, but before this it just didn't really feel like space to me. It just felt like a planet, very close to Earth. Hello, Luminous, how's it going? It goes on different planets? No, I see it. I see that that's like the goal, but it doesn't really look like different planets. Like, they all look very earthy. Like, they don't look... Very odd level. Okay. That's actually like... So, I assume that the whole story is that we're just going to different planets and we're just like teleporting around. And we're just kind of exploring, which is fine. It's a pretty neat story, or not story, but premise, I should say. Like, this is probably the most alien that it gets, and it's just because the colors are a little bit wacky. But everything after this kind of just like doesn't hit the same. Is this a mega collab or is this a solo? Because its style is surprisingly very consistent. Is it solo? Okay, good to know. It's surprisingly very consistent. So I was like, if this is a collab, then damn. They did a very good job with the consistency of the level. Okay. Gameplay's fine for the most part. A bit wacky with how it uses low gravity. Like, it's only low gravity in certain parts and not in others. So it does like... it is a bit confusing, but overall nothing too bad. It's not a very fun gameplay, it's just there. Like, the gameplay is kind of just a tool for the level to exist. But it doesn't like it's not, no, actually no, that's giving it too much credit. The gameplay's just there. Can't say too much about it. It's not particularly fun. It doesn't really sync. Like, it does sync. What I mean is, like, it doesn't like... It doesn't really match the intensity of the song, and it doesn't really match the vibes of the song. Like, the only thing that it's syncing to, it's like the drum patterns. The like that. The snares, I guess you could call those, and then some of the drum patterns later. Which I guess it is a 6-star, like, you can't really expect too much more out of it. Okay. Still haven't beaten Seiza, so she'll hang in there, you got this. This is event level, just a random legendary. It's a new legendary that got rated for the Space Gauntlet contest. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to feel about this level. It just kind of feels very... in the nicest way possible, this feels, this just feels like a very generic art, space level. Like, this is what I whenever the Space Gauntlet contest was announced, this is what I expected, like, entries to look like. You know? Like, oh yeah. Like, this like, modern art, very, like, cartoonish, like, mix between knots style and, like, mixing more textures, like, cel-shaded stuff. Going through, like, different planets, like, space, you know? Like, this is what I expected. Wait, serious? I might check it out after this. Like, this to me feels like, yeah, this is like the average entry that I like expected from people. So I'm not like particularly like, you know, upset or anything. It's not very surprising. It's just very mid. Again, like these fish in this well, like they just look like normal fish in well. I don't know. Just because they're flying doesn't mean now you're in a different like place. They're still just fish, you know? They don't look alien. And then, okay, so now you can see the big black hole building up in the background. This just looks like desert ruins. This just looks like Arabic. It's not exactly Arabic, I'm pretty sure, but it looks kind of similar to it. It's a level? Yeah, that's kind of what I feel about this. I don't feel very strong emotions, and I'm surprised that this... Okay, in the nicest way possible, this and the Glub Flubbers level feel very similar to me in the same way, in the sense that I just don't really... I just don't really care for these levels. They're like just... They're very okay levels. They're very generic okay levels. They do what they're trying to do fine. They're not like trying to do anything special. They don't go out of their comfort zone to like make something revolutionary. They're just okay levels. They aren't bad, they are enjoyable, they very much know what they're doing, you know. Yeah, they're not doing anything special, they're just being by themselves. I like this part, I like the colors of this part. I think that is neat, the mix of colors. It just doesn't feel alien enough for me to warrant this be like a high praise for space. I think this is probably the part that feels a little bit more spacey out of all of the planets. But even then, it doesn't feel too spacey, it's just, you know, the big mushrooms and the flying ships help a lot. And then you have the massive black hole, but again, black holes are like the most overused trope in like anything. like you can see the black hole the whole time. Like you can see the planets you're gonna explore right from the beginning. You know, you can see the path that you're gonna traverse, and you can see that the black hole's at the very end of it. But like, being 100% with you, chat. How many levels in this Space Gauntlet have a black hole? Like, how can you name me 5 other levels in this Space Gauntlet that have a black hole in them? Because I can, for sure. And it's always like the exact same design too, like the Kyrgyzstan design, you know. It's always that exact same design with the exact same colors, and it's like, it's just so generic that I don't really care for it. And this is like in the nicest way possible. I think, me personally, I would rather see a level that I dislike, because at least I can talk about it, over something like this where it's just so mild that I just can't say anything about it. Like, it's hard to have first impressions on something when you have nothing to say aside from the fact that it's a level that exists and that will maybe place. I don't think this places. If it does, then I'll be surprised. I guess it has better gameplay than some of the other entries, so maybe, but it's all good gameplay. It's just, it's there. I don't think the gameplay is too offensive though. I have seen a couple of people in chat saying the gameplay, they hate the gameplay, but like, the gameplay is overall pretty fine. You just gotta click on the indicators. It's not particularly engaging, but you just click on the indicators. The pads just carry you. I think this part's probably the most confusing one, but again, it's just click on the indicators and everything else is auto. Which, again, you cannot like that. Super valid. I particularly do not enjoy that. But I don't think it's particularly offensive. It's just very meh. I will say the gameplay for this part is very weird. Because some of these transitions are like auto, but some are not. Some you actually have to click. It's odd. I think that's the best way to say it. It is odd gameplay. It's not bad gameplay. Hello, Matthias. How's it going? Welcome to stream. Low gravity upside down ship is my hope, for real. True. I don't know. I don't have too much to say about this level. It's one of those that it's like, yeah, it's neat. It's okay. It does what it's trying to do. Nothing particularly interesting. Okay. Let's go and rate it on the tier list. We have a tier list, for all of those who don't know, of all the legendary and mythic levels. And we often go and rate levels there. And we have a tier list of every level. Now, obviously, the Pellet Prelude is at the top because it's the most fun I've had in a long while. However, I wanted to change this. I want to change this because I feel like this tier is a bit strong. It's a bit strong of a tier. So I'm gonna take this down. I'm gonna keep this tier and I'm gonna rename it to the best. And at the end of the year, there will be one level put up here. We'll see what it is. So let's talk about the Topala Prelude a little bit. Actually, no, you know what? Let's put it all the way down for now. Put it all the way down with these, and let's rate these ones. So we played already Feature Grungus, but we'll rate it in a second. So we have Seiza, the level we just played. I think it's at the very least pretty decent. I think it's, I don't have mixed opinions on them, I just think it's very eh. I don't particularly love it. I don't particularly hate it. I feel like it's very, very similar to Stardust Sanctuary, but I like Stardust Sanctuary a lot more because of the song. The song is really good. Terminus is a pretty nice song too, but I can't say that it's like the best song from Mega Neko. Compared to all of these, I don't think I like it more than Winter Blitz or Christmas is Here, but I think I like it more than Orbiter. So I think here is like a decent placement for it. Now Feature Congas. This was a level that I kind of thought it was fun for everything else except for like the cutscenes. All of the cutscenes in this level were super, super lame and super, super boring, and I just wanted to go and do more platforming. I'm not gonna lie, aside from you interacting with the Grongas, which like is literally 3 lines of dialogue, everything else was lame as fuck. But the gameplay, the actual platforming sections were really, really fun. I enjoyed them a lot. I thought the gimmicks were good. Did not enjoy the wall jumps, as per usual with like J Shadow and Moist and Deck levels, but it was good enough. I don't think I would place it too high. I would say that it was more enjoyable than Throne of the World, but I don't think it was better than Throne of the World. So I think because of that, putting it about the same level is about good. Like, it had slightly better visuals, it had more fun gameplay, the bosses were not as good, the story was not as good, but the Gronkas was kind of funny, so you know, I'll give it that. And then we have the Tupala Prelude, which we watched before. Now, obviously, the first time don't move that. The first time I watched it, I was like, dude, this is so fun. It is absolutely ridiculous. I think over time, I've come to, like, you know, move on from all the big hype. I thought it was okay. It was a pretty fun time. I think I liked it as much as Casino Blitz. I think below Casino Blitz is a good place for it. So overall, to the addition of the Legendary tier list, we now have a lot of levels. You can see that this is become to get very, very busy. The Pretty Decent tier has gotten really massive. The mixed tier and my mid/mixed tier is also very, very massive. Let's hope that we get more levels rated soon, because there's a lot of entries that are still unrated for the Space Gauntlet. We can talk about oh yeah, I need to beat this level. We can talk about 102 Blues that you know, still unrated. We can talk about Point of View, and talk about Space, I guess. You know, levels that are still not rated. Of course, there's always more, but I feel like these 3, you know. There's also where is it? Hyper Astralis. This one isn't rated yet. We've played it before. There was Quasars that I was told to play earlier by Jude. I've already played it. Which one was this one? Oh yeah, this one. I remember this level was being pretty okay. This one wasn't rated yet. If I remember correctly, I said that I think this probably isn't placing. If anything, it gets something between Epic or Legendary. Wouldn't be surprised for the Legendary. But as you can see, there's a lot of entries still that haven't been placed yet. But yeah. I'm sad that this one got rated already, because I definitely think this entry has like a lot of potential. Not to win, obviously, because this is very like a, how can I say this? This is a very, very unique level. In the sense that, like, in terms of it being a Space Gauntlet level, it doesn't really do a fantastic job at being space themed. It takes the space elements of it in a very liminal and very abstract way, which I personally really vibe with and I personally really can connect to. But obviously it's not for everybody. Unoptimized as fuck? It's been optimized better. It doesn't lag as much anymore. It still is laggy because of apparently there's a really big bug with area triggers that like makes them stack themselves, which creates a lot of lag, but it's apparently a lot better to play with on mobile. If you play on mobile, you should not be experiencing much lag. It is apparently a PC bug, that makes the level very, very laggy. But as you can see, it's a lot better to play. I can actually play it and not have like 2 frames per second. Which is very different to how it was on release. On release, the level was very, very much laggy. But yeah. Have I seen Painting Orange entry? I have seen Painting Orange entry, yeah. So yeah, really like this level. Yeah, here is OPEX entry. We talked about it on stream before. I'm not the biggest fan of this entry. I feel like this level is just kind of there. It unfortunately doesn't have the charm or the polish that like Strange Relationship did. But it has very interesting ideas and it has very interesting execution. I still think this can place. I definitely think that this part is the highlight of the level, and unfortunately it's sad that like this part being as good as it is in this level, because nothing else in this level really matches how good this part is. I don't know, it just feels very rushed. Doesn't feel very polished, feels very incomplete. I think this could get the legendary. I think this can get either epic or legendary. I think that the lack of polish definitely shows, mostly in these dark parts. But we'll see, we'll see. We're not gonna get an Ichik entry? No, we have at least 2 entries that I know are for sure getting mythic. And remember that, like, just, like, it could be a Berserker situation where just number 1 gets mythic because it got number 1 too, you know? Oh, the other thing that this level actually does really well is music rep. I actually think music rep is super good in this level. I didn't talk too much about it on when I first reacted to it, but music rep is actually really solid. I just don't really care for the song, which also doesn't help with my opinions on this level. Oh, I forgot to click that. But anyway, but yeah, there's always like point of view by BPI, which we've talked about it before. It's a neat level. Surprised it hasn't gotten rated yet. This level has, like, surprisingly enough, gotten a lot of views on, I think, both Vibrant and Nexus's channel, so. Oh. I don't think the Victim entry is gonna get the mythic. I think it'll get the legendary at best. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look very good to me. As per, like I said before, like, the Victim entry just looks like any Victim level. In the sense that, like, as stylistically different as it is, it just lacks in art and execution. And the ideas are cool, but the art style and stuff like that is unfortunately not Victim's strength. In this point of view, yeah, this is POV. Point of view gonna be the first legendary to search? I hope so. I really didn't think that this can get the legendary. Cat's Invasion coming soon. I remember seeing that level a long time ago. I remember not very much liking that level. I thought it was, again, very much like the Kilionics level, or Kilionics, I guess, by Cubic. It just feels very generic to me. Doesn't do anything special. But yeah, very excited for this to get rated, and of course, we can't talk about this without actually speaking about this level. Which is really funny because the community is obviously not really talking about this level too much, because very, very, very obviously this level is not as flashy and not as, like, you know, all of that. But this is by far the best level that has released, and it's not even close. Like, it's, you cannot convince me that there is a better level that has released so far than this one. This just has the best execution out of anything. It has the best art, the best motion graphics, the best colors, and it's not even close. What's my favorite Space Gauntlet entry? This one. Hi, Zarin. And again, it's not even close. This is just the best level that has released for this entire thing. Kiss of Fortune, and I again, like I said with Kiss of Fortune, if the art was better, I think Kiss of Fortune had the potential to. Unfortunately, the art is still very, very not there. But it has the potential to be pretty damn good. Flash's entry? Okay, I think Flash's entry... God, if Flash's entry was like a full level... and I'm saying this in the nicest way possible. If Flash's entry was a full level, yes, I agree. I think Flash's entry just feels really incomplete. There's something about it that just doesn't feel finished. Ooh. What's my favorite Gauntlet level in general? Icy Stars. Actually, no. What am I talking about? My favorite Gauntlet level in general. I know what it is. Where is it? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Am I blind? I might be blind, Chad. Oh, there it is. No, it's... And it's not even close. The actual level that should have won the contest. Probably the best level made in GD. Hi, hi. Hello, Fox Games. How's it going? Not biased? No, full biased. It's straight up just the best thing made in GD. Like, how's the Space Gauntlet going? It's going okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, why am I dying to a 3-star? Come on. Chat, if we had a mythic 3-star, it would be this one. If we had to go back and rate levels, like mythic, this would be the only mythic 3-star. And to this day, this level is still better than every mythic that has released. To this day. Can I make a legendary 3-star? No, that's not up to me. I don't choose what rating the level gets. Whee! Whee! I wish you could keep falling. That'd be so cool. But obviously, like, there's only 2 paths, so... Also, I want to say, as much as, like, this whole contest was about, like, having the split path, I really don't think, like, aside of, like, change of scene, like, how I feel about the level, I don't think change of scene did the split path concept very well. I think that there was multiple entries that did the split path concept a lot better. Because the differences between the 2 split paths and change of scene are actually not that big. They're very, very minor. Like, they're almost as big as the ones in Radiant Glen, and Radiant Glen got a lot lower because of that. So I was always very perplexed, because obviously, like, I feel like that is probably the weakest part of Change of Scene. It's the fact that, like, the two path mechanics isn't really all that good. Below is definitely very nice, but I definitely think that I could have done so much better with the split path gimmick. But yeah, no, if I had to pick a level in the gauntlets, this would be my pick, and it's not even close. 2 modes rather than 2 paths? Yes, I think it was 2 different, like, modes. But again, I don't think it did the concept as well as it could have. Because the boss fights, well, because they're not really boss fights, they're just kind of there. Yeah, the Rafer level. I remember the Rafer level. This level's so good. Goodbye, pigs. Take it easy. If you could rewrite one 3-star level to legendary, what would it be? It would be this one. Well, I actually know, but I don't know. No, because this one would just be mythic if it was just me. If I could rate one 3-star level to legendary, I don't think there would be any. I don't think there's any, like, 3 stars that I really care about. That I'm like, oh yeah, this is, like, for sure legendary. I don't think there's any so far. I think Point of View could get the 3-star or 2-star legendary. What's my hardest? My hardest is Thanatos by Xenity. Pretty fucking annoying level, if I say so myself, but you know, what can you do? It's actually really fun. I think Thanatos gets a lot of hate, rightfully so, but also, like, it's actually not as bad as some people say it is. Yippee! Should play the daily won't hurt my eyes. That means I have to play the daily, which I don't want to. Also, I can't play I mean, I guess I can play the daily outside of the daily, but I can't play the daily. Did I look at Glungus? I did look at Glungus. I can't play the daily because Ponzi's here and Next Capsune's here. The only way I can do is this one. Azure Pulse by Deshriv. Ew. Just like... You just beat your 81st demon? Nice, congratulations. I hate Deshriv. I hate Deshriv. He's so bad and stinky, and he doesn't shower ever. That could have been a cube. It's actually not too bad. The gameplay is good. Oh. Click too many. I saw somebody in chat mention that I should be mod. Just letting you know, I don't want to be mod. I think that being a mod is kind of lame. There's like 5 good mods, and Destriv is not one of them, unfortunately, because he doesn't shower, you know. There's like actually 5 mods that actually do their job pretty well, and then everybody else I just don't really care for. But no, I would just rather not be mod. I'm good. I've thought about it. Like I've had time to like properly think about like what are my thoughts on the mod team. I generally don't think the mod team is necessary in GD right now. Like, the work that they do is sadly not something that is, in the nicest way possible, very valuable. And that is not their fault at all. It is entirely RobTop's fault. Because the mod team is just a potential suggestion to help RobTop. If you really want to take it like how it is. It is a hypothetical help for the community that relies on RobTop's willingness to actually listen to them. And as we know, he actually doesn't. So as long as RobTop chooses to... hey, Aether finish. As long as RobTop keeps being the way that it is, like, technically speaking, they're not needed. But it is a hypothetical good. And I wish it was a practical good. I really want the mod team to be better, but game has grown boom enough, and there's so many mods now, we're in the point where cents don't really matter as much anymore. No, exactly, Kiba. Like, getting 1 cent or getting 500 cents, hypothetically, is the same thing. Like, your levels have, technically speaking, the same chance of getting rated. And you know how this happens? It's because, look, optimism. This level was sent by Destriv because he was in my chat while I was playing it. It was sent by Destriv, and Destriv alone, the level got rated. 1 mod needed to send it, level got rated. Space, I guess. How many mods do you think have sent this level? Like, actually. Because I can guarantee you, there's at least 20 to 30 mods that have sent this level. And RobTop is choosing not to do anything about it. Like, just look at the comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, 13 comments that are pretty high up. So, like, when you think about it, it's like, okay, so why isn't RobTop rating this level? Obviously, he could be waiting for the SGC result. Okay, fine, you know, happens. Then, okay. Are there any other levels that are unrated? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there are. And it's not like mods haven't seen this level, you know? It's not like mods haven't seen this level, you know? I want to play Orca Sprite. Can't wait for her space, I guess, to be rated feature. If it gets rated anything less than Mythic, which it will, because it will not get rated to Mythic unless it actually wins the contest. But it will not get rated to Mythic. I already know this. It will prove my point that it doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter. Because I've been saying this for a long time. The best level in the game is not gonna get rated Mythic. Because the best level in the game is not decided by you, it's decided by RobTop, quote unquote. And whatever the community actually thinks is good, doesn't matter. And it never has, and it never will. Probably. Unless RobTop actually decides to change, which he doesn't look like he will. So, whatever you think is the best level in the game doesn't matter to RobTop, because the ratings only apply to RobTop. And so, just because I think that Space, I guess, is the best entry out of the contest, doesn't mean it gets Mythic. If it gets it, great. You know, I am proven wrong, and I am actually happy. If it doesn't, then I told you so. Like, a lot of people got really upset about this level only getting the feature. I I'm okay with this level getting the feature. I think that this level, like, you know, on a great day, it would have gotten, like, the epic. But it got the feature. Oh well, you know. Rob stood on business, decided to, you know, give this the feature and to call it a day. Sure. No problems there. So it's like, I don't know. We'll see. RobTop likes to rate levels when I'm streaming. So we'll see if he decides to start rating around this time. He likes to rate it a little bit later, but we'll see. Goodbye, Fox Games. Take it easy. Have a great rest of your day. There is no best level in the game. I disagree. There is a best level in the game. What your opinion on that is differs. There is a level that to you is the best level in the game. And I think that applies to every single person. And I think that saying that, oh, a best level can't exist is not necessarily true, because by all intents and purposes, there has to be something that is the worst, and there has to be something that is the best. What that is to you will differ, and you can disagree with it. And that is totally fine, you know. I can go and say that, then 2 Steps Back by Zion is the best level in the game, and you can say, nuh-uh. And you're entirely valid in thinking that. Also, chat, if we're here for 2 hours beating this level again, I might rip Judd's head off. Kindly. Why does RobTop rate levels at 10 p.m. his time zone? He rates levels at, like, the most random times ever. But surprisingly, lately, he's been consistent. He's been rating very, very early in the morning for me, so that's, like, maybe, like, 8 a.m. for him. Like, maybe 8 to 10 a.m. for him. And then, like, late at night for him, like, 8, 9 p.m. Yeah. So, surprisingly enough, he is consistent for the most part. Like, there are very similar times that he always rates levels. And it just so happens that a lot of those times are coinciding with, like, when I, like stream. Because I like to stream during this time of the day, usually. And so usually, if I start streaming, like, a little bit earlier, he rates levels when I finish streaming. Like, literally, like, a couple minutes after I finish streaming. But if I'm streaming a little bit later in the day, he usually likes to rate levels, like, as I'm in the middle of my stream. Which is usually fun for me, because I get to, like, actually react to these things, like, first things first. So we'll see what he does today. I don't know. I should probably practice this level again. I don't remember it much, but we're balling. I think the reason why RobTop has been rating less and less platformers is because there like, all platformers that he was rating were, like, in the nicest way to say it, all of the ones that he was rating for a long time were incredibly mediocre, and he was rating them just because he needed to have more rated levels. At this point, I think he has realized that, like, he doesn't need to be rating as many platformers as he used to, because there's a lot of backlog, you know, and, like, there's plenty of opportunity for anything. But also, like, platformers kind of suck at this point. If he keeps rating the way, like, platformers the way that they has been, like, all of platformers will just, overall, their quality will be reduced. Right, I need to jump there and hit the black orb. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. And of course, I'm sure that I'll hear, like, from some platformer creators that, like, no, you wouldn't understand. Platforming is, like, super hard to make, and, like, we're making is, like, so good, you know? And to that I'll say, no. 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 As an actual game developer who knows like what is required to make a good platformer, because I have made platformer games before. I can tell you that something that I've made in a game jam would probably get legendary compared to everything else right now, to not say anything higher, because obviously, like, oh no, like, it's not that hard. I should make a platformer? I don't feel like it. I can just enter a game jam and get paid for it. Probably. A couple of years back, I think 2 years ago at this point, I entered Ludwig, the very big streamer and YouTuber. He had a game jam that I entered, and the game that we entered, I think the whole time, like I think it was 8 days of time. We made the game in like 3 because we we realized that this was happening like in the middle of the contest, so we didn't have the whole time to work on it. So we made the game in 3 days, and we got the community vote. We got top 10 in every category except for one in the community vote. In the one category that we didn't get top 10, we got like 13 or something like that. But in the end, the judges that actually like chose 20 games didn't actually end up choosing us, which was, you know, fine. Like, I don't care. I was really happy with the community vote anyways. Like, that just shows the community actually really liked what we made. But the judges just didn't, which is fair, you know. And so, like, that is one of those cases I kind of regret, like, not knowing about it earlier, because I feel like if we had more time to actually polish it, we could have had a really good chance at actually placing. But that was a really fun experience. I enjoyed that a lot. The more that I listen to the song, the more that I actually really like it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if anybody who actually knows what they're doing started to make platformers, they would put every other mythic platformer to shame. With like maybe the exception of like Dead God Cold and Quarion, I guess, because those were actually made by people who know how to do game dev. Terminus is a bit wishy-washy. I think Terminus is neat, but over time I've come to enjoy Terminus less. It just doesn't have the sauce. It just doesn't have the sauce. What it has isn't unique to Terminus. The sauce that it has is what Galaga has, and why I love Galaga so much. And the actual thing that Terminus doesn't actually bring me back to the level. I just rather go and play Galaga. It's just more fun. I will say, I won't like shit on like DJ Shadow's like boss design, because like that is by far the best thing that DJ Shadow is good at. Like, their boss design is very, very good. At the very least, because of those of that boss design, you can say that their levels are very nice. But everything else about their levels is just not to the quality that, you know, you would want. And it's funny because the one time that I actually felt like the quality of the platforming was there was with Grungas, but everything else about the level is just not up to the quality. So it's like, the one time that you actually make good platforming, you don't make anything else as good. So it's like, okay, well, that's a shame. Which, to be fair, it is Moist and Egg, more so than DJ Shadow, but it is still a color between the two of them, but you know. There we go. I feel like it's so unfair how if something gets a mythic, if someone gets a mythic level and people don't like it, the creator gets the hate. It's not their fault. RobTop gave me a mythic. No, I agree. I mean, that is how it was with like Next Capsule and Astrolith for me too. I got a shit ton of hate because of Astrolith and Next Cap. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people did, of course, but a lot of people didn't like it. And I'm sure it's the same thing to like a 16 Lord, like with the Towerverse. Like, I'm sure that they got a shit ton of hate. Have I beaten Say It Back? I don't think I have. 4 core. I don't love this level. I think the colors are very, very ugly in a lot of parts. Mostly this one. Got it. The world if Zyron made good colors. I like these colors. You're allowed to like them. I don't. I think they're very, very ugly. They don't mix together very well, and they create a very, very like these are fine. But a lot of these colors just feel so like yucky. Like, they feel messy. They feel blurry, which I don't want about this level. Like, these are good. Like, these are fine. Yeah, like, oh my god, this part is, like, actually so good. But then you go to this, like, this part and it's like... Oh yeah, I guess these are color combinations. Like, they're just so... Nah. I will say the gameplay for this level is really fun. Oh, like these colors right here. Like, these are so good. But then this happens and it's like, why? This looks so ugly. Like, that specific shade of blue and orange just don't work well together. I know that you're trying to do complementary colors, but those two shades just don't work together. The blue's too saturated, the orange is too overblowing. And it creates this, like, very odd mixture that I'm like, no, like, it's way too saturated for the vibe of the song. Like, it doesn't match the style of the song. Like, these colors, like, the blue needs to be way softer. And the orange needs to be way, way, way less bright. Again, it's all about song rep. And these colors just do not match the song rep. It's such a shame, because, like, the rest of the level is, like, so good. And then you get to these parts, and it's like, like, yes, but all the gray tones in the middle are not it. They keep the contrast high. The contrast is too low, and the red was good. And these are good. Okay, see, this is what I mean. If you want to keep the blue as saturated, then you can't make the orange as poppy. You have to tone down the orange. Else, you can pulse the blue to make it a little bit less saturated, like in the back. Like, these colors are, like, what I wanted for this level. Because these colors are actually so good. Like, if the whole level was those colors, then it would be so much nicer. And then here, now you got the opposite way. Now you got too desaturated, and now it's lost the cohesion that it had. I don't know if I can beat this level. Probably. Like I said, if the world is Iron knew how to make consistent color combinations, we would be thriving. We would be thriving. Xenomorphosis? Oh no, Xenomorphosis colors are so not it. And I know what you mean, like I get the vibe, but no. These are not it. These have aged so poorly. They're so muddy. Like and that has been my issue with a lot of Goose levels, is that the colors are just too muddy. Like, I love this level. I think this level's awesome. These colors are, like, sadly just the worst part of the level. There's like 2 Goose levels that have way better colors than this. I like the colors in this part. But in here, like, they're way too saturated. They're overblown at this point. To the point that you can't even see a lot of the details because of how overblown the colors are. It all feels foggy, yeah. Again, the fact that the colors are so overblown, and in both, like, the saturation and also, like, how muddy some of them are sometimes, makes it so that, like, you actually can't appreciate a lot of the details that go into the level. Which makes it, you know, not as fun to look at. Oh, right. I forgot about this part. This is the reason why I didn't beat this level. I couldn't remember that part. The color combinations are good, actually. It's just the fact that, like, they're too muddy and they're too overblown. Can also end the gameplay valid. No, you know what has way better colors? In this one. This one is insane. The colors in this level are, like, actually ridiculous how good they are. This level's actually just so good. Like, look at how clean those colors are. The contrast is super nice. Like, the saturation isn't fully overblown. There's a good mix of the same, like, similar shades. Depth is very clear, you know? Like, things that kill you are very, very clear, too. This is so awesome. I need to hold there. Waboo made another $1,000 contest? Okay, hold up. We're gonna go and react to it. Is the video out? Oh, especially these colors. Oh, I love these greens. It's just an announcement? I see. God, this level's so fucking good. Sorry, I'm like fangirling all over this level. Like, these colors are so neat. They're so interesting. I love that, like, really saturated, like, orange in there. Like, it's the perfect amount of vibrance that we want. Oh, I forgot that you gotta stay down. Goose killed me. God damn it. Stay up. I love that. I love the fact that you can still die to this part. And I was a fan of Goose gameplay. No, I agree. Gameplay is definitely not the best part of this level. But god damn, is this level good. No offense to Goose, but Goose kind of picked with this level. And there was one level that was neat after this. Which was Subterranean. It was good. Actually, Polychromatic was okay. Wasn't amazing, but it was okay. Gameplay was weird. But no, Subterranean was kind of like the last thing. Again, Goose gameplay. Leaves a lot to be desired, but oh my god, yes. If y'all think 2.2 has bad gameplay, remember that 2.1 also had bad gameplay. Oh wait, this bell part was really fun, I remember now. Yeah, this bell part was really fun actually. Yeah. Wait, was this 2.0 or was this 2.0? No, this was 2.0. Huh. Yeah, this is 2.0. Well, remember, 2.0 had bad gameplay too, Chad. Oh, where am I going? Hello? Okay. Unit created with wacky with good gameplay, Para. For the most part. Para does have some not as good gameplay, but Para's gameplay is usually very good. Also, Carmel has actually really good gameplay when he decides to make good gameplay. Which isn't often, but it can happen. It has happened before. Like Falling Up, except for the duels, is really good. Anyway, Let's see, what other levels have like really, really solid colors in my opinion? You're WoW now, right? Yeah, you are. You've already placed everything into the tier list. It's over. Stream is ending right now. It is ending soon, to be fair, but not yet. Dawu? I don't think Dawu's gameplay is... I think Dawu's gameplay and concept is super nice. But when it comes to the actual like execution of some of the ideas, they don't hit the same. But they're definitely interesting. Am I gonna enter the $1,000 contest? I haven't even seen it. Let me look at this. Did he make like a video new $1,000 contest? All right. Let's watch this. It is time for a new. It is time for a new chat.
It is time for a new $1,000 contest. And this one is very special. Instead of an artwork, a spike, or a stereo madness recreation, all you need to do here is build a singular trap, making this the least tasking event by far that I've hosted. A trap in this case means a way to trick the player into doing something they're not supposed to do. A simple example is this spike.
Okay, chat. I got you. We're doing it right now on stream. The best trap we've ever come up with. It has to be like a Rube Goldberg machine of the most complex way to trap the player.
Randomly transforming to a triple spike right before jumping. But you can make it as crazy as you want. A big mine, a swinging axe, minions invading and placing obstacles down. It can be anything. In this event there will be a total of 4 rounds, in which you have to build a trap inside one of the main levels, for which you'll get more and more objects the further you go. It will start the 23rd of March, so if you're a creator who potentially wants to walk away with $1,000, click on the link in the description or pinned comments. It's just a single trap, so if you're busy with something else, it's still worth it to join. I hope...
Chat, it is $1,000. It is $1,000. $1,000, $1,000, chat.
Hope to see you in the server, since many...
Yeah, nah. 1K is 1K. Ah. Okay, wait, there was this video that I wanted to watch. I haven't watched it. I've been putting it off for a while. I don't know if IMAX gives me the permission to watch it on stream. I hope you do, please. Go and support IMAX. But I've been really curious about watching this video. I might watch it on my own. This showed up in my recommended, and I was like, I have to watch it. But anyway, we'll see. I don't know, chat. Do I want to participate in the Waboo $1,000 challenge? Let me play a good level while I think about it. Let me find a good level that I can play while I think about it. It's a good level. Breaking Bad. Humans 2. Chat, give me a good level that can entertain me for at least 10 to 20 minutes. It is 1K. It is 1K, chat. But the question is, how much effort do I actually want to put into it? Because obviously to win the 1K, it's not just go it in, make like a fucking triple spike and win. You know? Like there is like an actual challenge depending on who decides to join and how much effort people decide to put in. Like... what's a good level I can play? Something that I've already beaten so I can just have it in the background. Give me like an easy, give me like a medium demon actually. Give me like a medium demon that I can like just go through it because I'm like Not even thinking. Ooh, give me a Jonathan GD level. Give me a Future Funk. Now this will keep me occupied for the next, like, hour. I should not go for the coins. I don't know why I'm going for the coins. I don't know, chat. What kind of traps would you make if you were to enter Waboo's contest? I'm asking for free ideas? No, I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm asking y'all what you want to do. If I do enter, I know what I'm doing. It's something that I've done before, but I've only done it once, and it is it is so funny and it's so wacky that it would probably take me like a solid week to recreate. Because it's something that I worked on for like a solid month to get to where it is. I mean, I could ask for help, which would make it faster to do. Because there's also the object limit, of course, you know. And there's 4 rounds. You need to think of 4 traps. I can think of 3 that I'm pretty comfortable with doing and that I think would get me to the next round. Okay. I need to stop going for the coins. You don't want to participate? You don't have to be fair. It is, like, up to you. I don't think I should. But it is $1,000. So, like, it's the kind of thing, and it's like, if you win it, then that's great. You know, that's a great thing for you. If you don't, then you've just wasted, like, however long it takes to make all of those traps that you get to. Or if you get to the final, of course. And you get, like, nothing out of it. Like, being 100% chat, if I do it, it is 100% only because of the money. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat, and say, like, I just want to show off. No, it is literally just because I want the 1K paycheck. And if I do it, then it's something that I want to stick with it and actually go for the 1K paycheck. The fun part about it is that I would get to actually, like, show you off, like, effects. Which is the cool part. I don't get to show off effects very often. And my knowledge in, like, trigger work. Can't think of a track of idea. I'm cooked. Damn. Will you do something related to that gameplay recording gimmick? Yes. So one of my traps, I can talk about it because I know nobody is able to recreate this shit. Because nobody has done it. Nobody has done it, and I came up with it like a couple months ago, and still nobody has done it. The closest thing that we have is the Spelunky's level that has something, but it's not on multiple attempts. Yes. Basically, there is an option that is a pathfinding AI that I have created with the help of a couple people that would just kill you. And like it would literally hunt you down. It would hunt you down and it would be a complete different AI generated every single attempt. and you would have absolutely nothing you could do except just be afraid the entire time and hope that you can actually survive. But I can't do that until like the last stage, because that actually requires like a billion objects in triggers. So like that kind of thing is like, you know, that would take me like a solid like week of my life to like code, and then like maybe like 2 days to make it pretty. I forgot about the transition. Which is like, do I want to do that? Not really. Hello Lua, how's it going? Hello Kaden, how are you doing? Obviously I'm throwing this out there because I don't think I'm gonna join, so if anybody wants to take my ideas, you can, but to be fair, the struggle is not actually taking the ideas, it's making them. Because I know people won't be able to do them. The second idea is that you turn the entire level into a living organism that is eating you. I won't elaborate more than that. I know what I mean by that, and if you understand it, then you understand it, and if you don't understand it, then good luck. And the third idea, which I think would be probably the most annoying one to make, but also the funniest one to make. How can I describe this? I think this one for like round 1 probably gets the pass, but it's basically you make an entire level. To be fair, it wouldn't be too hard. You make an entire level on top of the whatever main level that he chooses, like the playground is. Like let's say it's Stereo Madness, you know. You basically do like the same thing like that people did for like the first Stereo Madness contest, and you make an entire level, but instead of having the gameplay of Stereo Madness be like what guides the visuals, you just make a level that doesn't look at all like Stereo Madness, or like doesn't look like it plays at all like Stereo Madness, but it's the same gameplay. So like you just like go through spikes, go through walls, go through blocks, and you just gotta remember, it's basically invisible Stereo Madness. You just gotta remember the whole thing. There's no visual cues, and it's an entirely new level. Like that just easily gets you through like round 1. Would that count as a trap? It would be. I mean, he counted a trap as a spike converting into a triple spike. So I'm pretty sure that a whole level stacked on top of another would be pretty much like, you know. Going out tonight? Ooh, where are you going? Going out with friends? Hold up, chat. Give me a second. Again, it all depends on what the definition of trap is and what Waboo wants. Because, like, Waboo probably wants the flashiest thing. Like, the thing that will win is not actually the best thing that will be done. It is the thing that is the most convenient for Waboo to put on YouTube. You know? Like, think about it this way. What is the thing that will get you the most clicks? What is the thing that the community will be the most wowed with? What is the thing that, like, as the number one, the community would be like, whoa, this is insane. And I don't mean like you guys who actually have brains. I mean the brain rot community and the people who, like, you know, obviously, like, I'm overly exaggerating here, but like, as people like to joke, the Nexus viewers, you know, like that is a target audience. Oh, I clicked there. So it's like, you know, what is like the most impressive WoW thing you can keep around? And if that wins, then, you know, then that's the good thing. That's what gets you the most views, that's what gets you the most money. In the end, his goal is just to make back that money with the YouTube video. And maybe profit a little bit out of that. With shaders, true. Because here's the thing, the trap is you trying to get the player to do something that will cause them to die. That is how he described it. Or not cause them to die, but cause them to be tricked into believing that they are dying. That is how he described it. Curious. I've never liked this UFO because it has like 2 clicks that are like off sync by like half a second, and I hate it. Ah. I don't really find the premise of like a trap to be that interesting. You know, that's kind of what I mean. Like, I just feel like the premise isn't interesting enough to like grab my attention to be like, yeah, I am willing to like sacrifice some time of my life for a potential $1,000. Because again, like, this isn't like some Mr. Beast type video where, like, you know, number one gets $1,000 and like maybe everybody who like got top 5 gets like a little bit, like 100, you know, like nobody is getting anything aside from the person who wins first place. That's just how it works, you know. So like, there's no pretty prize. It is your time, and you either win everything or you win nothing, and in the end Waboo ends up winning. That is how these contests work. So, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. I don't think I'll join. If it was something a little bit more interesting, maybe I could consider it. But traps are just not, like, not too much enjoyment out of them. Sounds like a scam? I mean, no. I mean, the winner does get the $1,000. There is no scam there. But it is very exploitative, yes. Hello? To be fair, I also don't think Waboo is like that like horrible of a person. I haven't really like spoken to the guy very much, so I can't like say with certainty. I don't think he has like bad intentions. I think he's kind of just a little bit clueless sometimes. Did I crash out on my keyboard? No, I was just typing. My keyboard's just very loud. I don't think he has bad intentions. And he doesn't, and it's not like he's not like, well, again, I don't know. It seems like he's hardworking enough to be like putting effort into like making up these things and making this content and like wanting to make a success out of it, you know? So, I don't know. Is my mouse not working? What is happening? He's extremely nice. That's good to hear. Equal who with his internship to work full time on YouTube? Yeah, makes sense. I mean, if you're dedicating all of yourself to YouTube, then it makes sense. Okay, chat. I'll give this last attempt, and after that, I think we're gonna end stream. I'll ask IMAX if I can watch the video on stream. This is so fun. Am I crazy to say that like Jonathan hasn't really made gameplay like this in a long time? Like, I know that his gameplay hasn't actually changed very much, but it's not as fun as how this was. There's something about like this level that was just really, really, really fun. And I feel like the gameplay that he's been making ever since has not hit the same. And maybe that could be because, again, I really like Clutterfunk and I really like High Life. But ah, that was a lame death. Gonna see what you make, Leah. If I were to make a creator contest, I'll need to think about it, but I'll respond to that on next stream. I'll think about it for next stream. Okay, chat. Thank you all so much for being around today. Shorter stream than the usual. Not too much to do in GD, to be fair. Tomorrow, we probably draw. Probably gonna be drawing, chilling, relaxing, taking it easy. But yeah, thank you all so much for being around. I appreciate y'all as per usual. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube or follow over on Twitch. If you want to hang out more, there's always the Discord in the description. Go check it out. You should join. It's awesome. Yeah, take it easy, everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of your days. Bye.